Hello everyone, welcome to the session on team communication under the subject team management. I am Prabhashini Vijayavant, senior lecturer attached to the Department of Human Resource Management, Faculty of Commerce and Management Studies, University of California. So, most of y'all have studied managerial communication in your second year, second semester or first semester. So y'all are very familiar with the communication skills. So in this lesson, we are focusing on how communication takes place within teams and how team communication adds value to the successful task performance and functioning of a team. As you would realize when we go through, this is a very practical based session. That is why because of that, it is not easy to do this lecture through this format. This lecture would be very effective if we did it while meeting in the physical classroom. But unfortunately, due to the COVID-19 pandemic situation in Sri Lanka and around the world, we are not in a position still to meet y'all in the physical classroom for the lectures. So that is why this lecture comes to you in the recorded format. However, there are a lot of practical exercises that you have to do during this lecture. So therefore, I have uploaded an additional reading article for you. So you all are kindly requested to download that article. But if you can print it only if necessary. If it is not necessary, it is not essential to print that additional reading material. So kindly read it carefully because it gives you a lot of very important and very interesting insights. Apart from that, you all are invited to download the team communication quiz. And if you want to attempt it, you may have to print it. So it would be really good for you all to download it, print it and attempt answering the quiz. Because that quiz gives you an evaluation of the level of your team communication skills. So, if you find any shortcomings or lacking in your team communication skills, you may be able to improve them now itself, as you all are still in the third year in the university. Because it would be easy to develop those skills which you lack at the moment, as otherwise you may find it hard when you go to work. Apart from that, I have also uploaded a video on a team communication game. It presents the whole thing related to team communication in a summarized format. So watch that video, enjoy it, and at the same time learn the lesson that is to be communicated by the video. So let's start discussing about team communication by looking at this cartoon picture. So this picture on this slide, which I have taken it from the internet. So it says how team communication takes place along with a joke. So now these two people within one team in an organization are having a discussion. It is a communication is taking place here. So one person is telling to another person, don't tell them we failed. So it shows they have failed in some business or organizational related matter. And now they have to communicate or discuss about this together as a team with another party, another team. So these people are agreeing, don't tell them we failed. So these people are not going to tell them that they have failed. Instead, they are going to give it a different interpretation. Tell them we decided to temporarily postpone our success. Tell them, that is, tell the other team that they have decided to temporarily postpone our success. So this is a very cunning and a very crafty dialogue, but still it shows how agreement should take place within team communications. So now we are going to discuss about team communication in detail. So as mentioned in your additional reading article, interaction is very important within teams. What is interaction? Interaction refers to connecting each other, connecting with other people, connecting with each other. Interaction fuels or encourages or motivates action, that is, taking action. So when we are in a team, it is very important that we take action or we do things, because if we just plan and wait, it is not enough. It is not sufficient. We have to implement those plans, that is, taking action. So, interaction is the main source that fuels or encourages or supports taking action. Interaction is a basic component of winning teams. So, it is a very essential, very basic, very important component or part. Interaction. Interaction, as I said, is the connection, association, discussing and working together among the members of a team. So this is a very basic or a very essential, very fundamental component of winning teams. So if a team is to win or if a team is to achieve its goals, it has to have successful and positive interactions among the members of the team. When leaders communicate with their team members, they build new bonds and make it easier to implement change. When leaders of teams communicate or get into discussions with their team members, maybe through team meetings, emails, WhatsApp discussions, whatever, they build or they develop new bonds, new relationships, and make it easier to implement change. That is very clear, because when we have a good relationship with each other, it is easy to implement or do any changes. So it is a very important thing to have open communication within teams. The leaders and all the members should have open communication with all the other team members without hiding anything from the members. So it is very important to share, maybe through an email group or WhatsApp or telephone calls, what meetings, whatever, the good news or positive achievements and bad news or negative achievements with all of the team members so that they all know what is going on. This kind of information sharing is very important as it prevents team members arriving at their own assumptions. Failing to share news with each other can undermine the team's harmony. If the members of a team fail or are unable to share the news related to the team, whether it is good or bad, with each other or the other team members, it can undermine or put down the team's harmony or damage the harmony among the members of the team. And this harmony is very important within a team. You would be able to see about the importance of harmony if you look at what's happening currently among most of the political parties. And this situation damages the decision-making capabilities, because then the decisions made by the team members will be made without sufficient information, as news has not been shared properly. So the employees or the members will reduce their decision-making capabilities, and also it would damage the personal interactions among the members of the team. So when we work together as members of a team, we expect the members of the team to be good team players. So a person who is a good team player or who is a successful member within a team should be communicative. That is, they should be able to communicate very well and properly with the other members of the team. And so then when they are communicating openly without hiding with anything from the other members of the team, they do not isolate themselves from others. So the members should not isolate or get cornered or separate themselves from the other members of the team. And team players make it easy and comfortable for the other teammates to communicate with them, so that it would be easy to communicate with each other. Team players will give sufficient attention to potentially difficult relationships. So there are certain members within teams with whom it would be difficult to develop a very good, sound and positive relationships. So team players give more attention, extra effort and extra attention to develop relationships with people who are potentially difficult to develop relationships. So with this extra effort and attention, they develop more stronger relationships even with people whom it is difficult to have a good relationship. Follow up important communication in writing. There are certain forms of communication which we should have in writing, because then we can file them and maintain the records. So, these good team players follow up important communications or messages in the written format. That is the professional behavior within any organization. So now, previously we discussed the importance of having a good communication within the team. So then, how can we improve our communication within the teams? Here are some guidelines. How to improve communication. First thing, be truthful. It is very important to be truthful. What do you mean by truthful? That is, always saying the truth without telling lies. So, it is very important always, even when it is damaging yourself, still to tell the truth. And when you tell the truth, you will not have to keep anything in your mind. But if you tell lies, you have to always keep that in mind, because in future also, if there is a discussion on the same topic, you have to repeat the same lie that you mentioned earlier. So, it is very important to be truthful. And being truthful gives you a lot of advantages. When you are truthful, the others start to trust you. And this trust is a very important ingredient to develop relationships among people, not only within a team, but also even within a family. And also, another ingredient that is required to foster or encourage trust among the members of the team is openness. Openness creates trust. So, the members within the team should be open. There should be a very open culture within the team, which means everybody is sharing everything with the members of the team without hiding any news or information. Because if we are hiding something, we feel that the other people feel that we cannot be trusted. So, it is important to be open and tell everything positively without hiding anything. Speak truthfully but kindly and respectfully to your teammates. Now that we discussed that saying the truth is very important, or being truthful is very important, when you speak truthfully, or when you always speak the truth without hiding anything, it has to happen in a kind and respectful manner. It has to happen in a very kind and a very respectful manner to the other teammates. If we start telling the truth in a very harsh, cruel and unkind manner, it will be very sad, very frustrating and very disappointing. And also, it would reduce the level of respect of the among the teammates. So, and also we should always respect the other teammates when we are speaking the truth. We should not damage or harm their reputation. And also, it is important to be quick or fast. The members within a team has to be very quick in communication. We cannot delay any messages among the members within the team. Why? Because while the official communications get delayed within the teams, the other unofficial forms of communication could take place. Don't sit on things. So when we are being quick, we have to act very fast. So we can't sit on things or keep delaying things. And also, if we observe or notice or see that there is an issue coming up, there is an issue that is going to arise in the future, though it has not arrived yet, then we have to sort out or address those potential issues in advance before they become real issues. So address potential issues at the first opportunity that we get so that it would not become a serious issue. This is something like what we said in the English idiom, nip in the bud. Be inclusive. So that is, always get all the members involved. Don't separate groups of members within the team. Keep everybody inclusive or included or closely associating with the team. Do not keep information away from others. That is, do not hide any information from others. Always share information with all the members of the team. This is what we call open book management. One of the organizations that practices open book management or open book communication is Walmart. So they keep all the teammates informed about everything that is happening within the organization all the time. So next, we are going to discuss about team communication and its impact on team leadership. For this, I am not going to discuss any theoretical content. Instead, I am going to discuss about this using an example because it would be more practical. So, I have taken an extract, I have copied an extract from a newspaper article. This appeared on the Island Cricket website as well as on the Sunday Times newspaper some time back. I think in around 2014. So this example is about famous Sri Lanka's cricket captain Mahela Jayawardena. We all know that Mahela Jayawardena is a cricketer and he was playing for the Sri Lankan national cricket team. And for a considerable period of time, he was the captain or the leader of the Sri Lankan national cricket team. So then this is about teamwork and team leadership. And there is no argument that Mahela was one of the very successful captains or leaders that Sri Lankan cricket has ever produced. So let's see what a foreign coach who worked for Sri Lanka has mentioned about Mahela Jayawardena as well as Kumar Sangakkara. So we all know that those two are two very valuable cricket icons in Sri Lanka. But at the end of the day, every country needs to have the best captain. So when we are working in a team or when we are playing in a team or when we do any teamwork in any organization or any country, but at the end of the day, every country, every organization or every team needs to have the best captain or the best leader because the leader plays a very critical role in a team. And the best captain in Sri Lanka is Mahela Jayawardena. So this is mentioned by one of the former coaches of the Sri Lankan team. And I think everybody knows that. So everybody, the spectators, the members in the team, the coaches, the administration, the sports ministry, the government, the people, the general public, other foreign teams, people in other foreign countries, sports channels, all these people knows that the best captain in Sri Lanka is Mahela Jayawardena. I think Jayawardena is known throughout the world as being one of the best leaders in world cricket. So he is the right man to go forward. So this coach, being the coach of the team, openly says his opinion within a team meeting. So he thinks Jayawardena is known or famous throughout the world, around the world, as I said before, as being one of the best leaders in world cricket. We all know that. And so this coach openly communicates his idea for the success of the team. So he is the right man or the correct person to go forward with. So now this piece of information that is being shared by this coach enables to make the right decision regarding the captain of the team. So this coach says Mahela Jayawardena is the right man or the correct person to go forward, that is to be the captain of the team in the next few months. There's no greater example to the younger players than Jayawardena and Sangakkara. So this is another piece of information or communication that is being shared by this coach. There is no greater example to the younger players or junior players to watch and develop themselves than Jayawardena and Sangakkara. So this again communicates another very important piece of information and gives a lesson to the younger players and also motivates Jayawardena and Sangakkara themselves. So they are just totally professional people. It means Sangakkara and Jayawardena have been identified by this coach as very professional people, completely professional people. So this professional conduct and behavior in communications and all the other activities within a team is very important for the successful performance in a team. Then we move on to discuss about a very important team communication situation and how the members of a team behaves in that situation. When Mahela Jayawardena talks in a team meeting, you can hear a pin drop. He is held in such high esteem. So this talks about a situation where there is a team meeting. So as you all have studied, for communication, meetings are a very important component or part of communications within organizations and teams. So irrespective of whether he is the captain or the leader of the team or not, when Mahela Jayawardena, being a very senior member of the Sri Lanka cricket team, talks in a team meeting, you can hear a pin drop. අල්පෙනෙත්තක් බිමට වැටුණත් ඒකේ සද්දෙත් ඇහෙනවා. That's what it says. You can hear even when a pin falls onto the ground. Why and how? Because people are so silent. අල්පෙනෙත්තක් බිම වැටෙනකොට එන්නේ බොහෝම සුළු සියුම් සද්දයක්. ඒ වගේ සද්දයක් ඇහෙන්න නම් දැඩි නිශ්ශබ්දතාවයක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ තරම් නිශ්ශබ්දතාවයක් තියෙනවා. So that means when he is talking, all the other members are very silent and attentive to what he is talking. So this is a very important fundamental principle in team communication. When the senior members as well as all the other members, when a person is talking in a team meeting, the other members should be silent and listen to that person, because then only the other members will be able to carefully hear what the person talking is saying, and then only they can understand what the other person is saying and then take action. And also, when you silently listen to the other person, that shows your respect to the person speaking. This mutual respect is very important within team communication as well as all the other team work. Mahela Jayawardena is held in such high esteem or such great respect by the other members of the team. They are very good leaders. So that is how they have become very good leaders. Everyone, that is all the members in the team, follows their example. So which means these two people have shown lot of good examples and guidance to the junior members of the team. So rather than verbally in the sense through speech or writing, you can communicate messages through your exemplary behavior. This is a very important part in team communication and the way that they train, where the members see how these two people train or do practices. So that also is again a lesson and an example for the others. Sangakkara puts the pads on at the start of training. So he gets ready properly to start training and doesn't take them off until the end. So he doesn't remove them till the practice session is over. If there's half a net available, he'll go in there and work on his game. So which means he's not going in search of facilities. If there's a half a net available, not a full net even, still he will go in there without complaining about the lack of resources and work on his game. The thing about Sangakkara is his total concentration and focus on what he is doing when he is practicing. So this gives a really good lesson about how good communication practices leads to success within teams. After completing our discussion about the relationship between team communication and successful team leadership, now we are going to discuss about the relationship between team communication and building team performance. How proper communication within a team helps, contributes or supports to build team performance. Establish urgency demanding performance standards and direction. Establish urgency. That means within the team we have to create some form of urgency or quickness so that the members will not be lethargic. Instead, they would start quickly taking action and working, and also establish or create performance standards for the members of the team. At the beginning of an year or a quarter or whatever, the organization, its management, and the team leader should establish the performance standards which the team members should follow or achieve. And then the members should be guided to achieve them. And when we are establishing performance standards or performance goals, they should be achievable but not easy. The performance standards should be achievable or attainable. Because if we establish performance standards which are not possible to achieve or attain, it would be unrealistic and not practical. So therefore, they has to be achievable and attainable. But still, at the same time, they have to be demanding. That is, they have to be challenging, not easy to achieve. So we call these kind of standards or goals stretch goals because the members have to stretch themselves to achieve these standards or goals. And also at the same time provide direction. That is, provide guidance regarding how to achieve those performance standards very fast and very quickly. If the team leadership, the organization and its management is not providing the necessary direction and the guidance regarding achieving the standards, it would not be practical to achieve them. So therefore, all these things have to be done always paired with proper communication. Select members for skill and skill potential, not personality. When we are selecting members for a team or to a particular responsibility within the team, we have to select members for their skills or based on their skills and also their future skill potential, not their personality. Pay particular attention to first meetings and actions. So when we are conducting a meeting within a team, which is one of the very important parts of team communication, pay particular or very special attention to the first meetings or the initial meeting and initial action. Why? Because first impressions are always very important and the relationships established at the first instance are very important. Initial impressions always mean a great deal. Initial impressions or impressions created at the beginning or at the start always mean a great deal or always lay a good foundation for a successful and sustainable relationship in the future. And one of the very important things to communicate within a team is clear rules of behavior. The management of the organization and the members of the team should set or establish some clear rules or guidelines of behavior. So these will provide guidance on how to behave properly within the team. Set and seize upon a few immediate performance-oriented tasks and goals. So it is very important within a team to establish the can-do attitude. So therefore, it's important to set or establish performance-oriented tasks or performance-driven tasks and goals, and then achieve them, so that immediately you develop the can-do attitude within the members of the team. Furthermore, the communications within a team targeted towards building or developing or establishing team performance should be focused towards challenging the group, challenging the members of the group regularly, on a regular basis with fresh facts and information. Whenever we are giving performance standards or when we are assigning performance standards and then motivating the members to achieve them in a challenging manner, when we are assigning them in a very challenging manner, it has to happen with proper communication. So this proper communication means giving fresh facts and information which are up to date to the members, and then based on these factors justify the performance standards established. Then the members will not be hesitate to work towards them. Spend lots of time together. It is very important to spend quite a lot of time together with the members of the team, because when we sit together and work together, it creates lot of happy memories and builds the relationships. And the next important point where communication contributes to improving team performance is using positive feedback, recognition and reward. Exploit or make use of the exceptional power of positive feedback. It's very important that the management of the organization and the leader of the team providing very positive feedback to the members of the team. So positive feedback refers to giving feedback regarding the achievements of the team, and then recognition and reward. Right? So therefore, it's important to use communication, provide positive feedback and also recognition of performance or achievements and giving rewards. So with that, we conclude our discussion about team communication. So as usual, if you have any questions or clarifications required from this lesson, you are kindly requested to drop me an email. Thank you very much for downloading this lecture and listening to it. And also, I kindly request you once again to make notes on your handout where necessary from this recorded video lecture, so that it would be easy for you to study for the exam.